to be writers. Yes? So go and write. And he walks out. And then when he sees two vertical posts, he begins to lift upwards. And as he lifts upward, first there is a wire moving diagonally, and that is rhymed by an even darker wire across. He moves up to those wires, and as he moves it up, it's almost as though the wires are bringing down a layer of bluer blue. All of this intuitive in his movement. And now the sense that there's a moment that he was listening to it. That makes it utterly perfect, heartbreaking moment. As you listen to the song, you hear the song about to end, and there is this one dazzling, hesitating moment in the utter corner of the screen when he has to slow down ever so slightly so that the wire will end just at the middle of the song. It's so rewarding. Now, of course, we don't notice all of this. Maybe you do. It took me a couple of hundred times to notice all of this. You don't notice it the first time, but it's like a demonstration of the glory of what cinema can do to time and space to make it eternal. Well, would anyone like to see it again?
Good.
Okay, let's look at it again. The figure of the music of being like a piano, like an old piano. And Bailey very intelligently didn't clean up the sound the way they do in these horrible digital things. You know, so you've got the quality of time in the recording of Ella Fitzgerald, as well as the quality of time in this yard that he has walked into. This is a moment. Everything is decaying, everything is going, and yet everything is eternal because Bailey was there. The 16mm camera was there. A life of experience in cinema was there to save it. Yeah. Thank you. Now I will find out what's at the end of the road. And he looked, there was nothing really, only a few rabbit pieces of the rabbit. Not even the rabbit was there anymore. Just, so he turned around again, and he walked back, and he walked, and he walked like everybody else. Did not look anymore at the road, and people used to ask him, "So, we know you have been there. You saw what's at the end of the road. What did you find there?" And he said, "Nothing. There is nothing at the end of the road. Only a pile of rabbit shit." So he told them that nobody believed him.
Thank you.
Universities, what's written in the books as the history of art is only what's left after all the dictators passed, all the fires, wars, disasters, floods, religious fanatics, if you go to pyramids. What's left, what manages to survive all of that is so incredible that it managed to survive, that we protect, we put it in museums, we protect, and we write about it, and of course we say, well, this is maybe, then we compare them, some, you know. It's a miracle that anything lasts. Like in history of cinema, so much is gone already, so much is gone. So now we go to the quality. What should be preserved? What, I mean, millions of videos, YouTube and all the other tubes. So I'm a farmer boy. So then we decided to, create a filmmakers cooperative. You have to prepare a catalog. So we listed filmmakers, not by which ones we think are more important. We listed them alphabetically. And the same they appear in the essential cinema when we list and screen alphabetically. Now when you go Now, what to rent? If somebody, okay, New York, San Francisco, okay, maybe some other countries, there are some people who know which films are more interesting. If you are running a film or curating films in some small town, you have no chance to see them. So, but there are people who have seen them, and I receive calls, I receive links, you should see this, you should see that one, and I go and take a look. Eventually, 99.99% will disappear, and what will remain is Darwin's law, what people like and recommend and try and want to keep it and exchange with others. And what is that? That is what's more intense when there are different aspects that you can look at this at different times and get something else from it, and you want to preserve and look again, see it again, and recommend to friends, and it grows and grows. Like people in the catalog, Filmmakers Cooperative, they rented Kenneth Anger, and they liked, and you should see, you should show this, and it grew and grew, and it's still growing. And there are other films that people rent. They take chances, like when you go in bookshops, sometimes you open a book, you take a chance, and then you read maybe a chapter, and you throw it away. And you don't recommend it to anybody. The same in cinema, the same with YouTube, the same, that's more or less, I accept practically Darwin's law in art, in cinema, always in art. Whatever, but I have no time for things like that. I'm just busy. I'm a maker. I have this was referred to as experimental filmmakers. There were only like a dozen of universities and colleges teaching with film, interest in film, like semi-film departments. That was